Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that I've seen more and more recently. We're going to be focused on the content creator Meg Boggs, who recently put up a video that we're going to be talking about. But before we get into it, the thing that this is all about is about people that are like in the fat positive, body positive, health at every size space that are kind of coming out as of late, sharing the fact that they kind of want to lose weight, but they don't want to say that they are going to be losing weight and that they want to lose weight. I think because they are kind of afraid of how that will look for them and how people will perceive that notion, which is kind of crazy, but that's something that I've been noticing, and so that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Now, if you don't know who Meg Boggs is, she is someone that makes a lot of content based on, her weight and being able to move her body even though she's overweight. Something that she has been really big for her and that she has, talked about quite a bit. Her content I've always felt was pretty cool. It was very inclusive, basically a lot of her content was basically just because I am overweight doesn't mean that I can't move my body. But this is her website, and I'll just let her explain who she is. So this is what it says: hi, I'm Meg. I'm on a mission to help women embrace their insecurities, take up space with confidence while living life unapologetically. Right? I spend most of my time writing, speaking, and creating content around topics like fitness inclusivity, mental health awareness, and self-acceptance. And then I know what it's like to chase happiness through weight loss. I started weighing myself daily in 7th grade and dieting by the time I was in high school. Everything in my life revolved around restriction, guilt, and punishment. I didn't recognize what movement could be like for me without feeling like punishment for what I ate. I found myself neck deep in an eating disorder and compulsively exercising. My health journey quickly turned into a dangerously unhealthy lifestyle. So that's just a little bit about her, but if you go to her Instagram profile, I kind of went and scrolled down a little bit. This is when she kind of started getting popular. A lot of her posts were like about, fat people, let fat people enjoy fitness. Kind of similar posts to that. Here's one of her lifting. She was always really into lifting. Just a lot of posts where she was showing herself, moving her body, right? Running, tons of stuff like that. And I thought it was interesting because I saw this post, back in the day that said the weight that you need to lose is not on your body, right? And so a lot of the posts that she would make were about, being able to move your body even though you are overweight, which again, I've never had an issue with. Now, where I think the issue kind of stems from is these people that gain a following based on this type of content, the type of following that they garner are people that are going to obviously really believe in that message. And so if they decide like, hey, I need to maybe make some changes, maybe I do need to lose weight, maybe I'm not happy with how my body is feeling, how I'm feeling in my body, like, I need to get quote unquote healthier, whatever terms they want to use, they are met with a lot of times a lot of backlash. Now, Meg recently did a whole video on her Instagram, which is right here, where she was talking about wanting to lose weight, but not wanting to lose weight, right? So we're going to play this video and I'm going to share my thoughts.
I've been wanting to say this for a while now, but just haven't figured out how to say it. I feel like over the years, I've been super transparent about my life and what I go through, which has been really healing and insightful for me to express my thoughts and opinions, specifically about like my relationship with my body and food and health and just everything that comes with being plus size. I took a lot of time off social media and creating content that expresses a lot of these things because of a very difficult pregnancy. But as I've started feeling better and wanting to create again, it kind of made me realize that I don't necessarily want to focus on the things that I have before, like hyper focusing on basically just always defending my body.
I think that's really interesting, right? Because as we saw in the previous posts and even her website, right, where it was like the main focus was talking about that fact, to want to move away from that, I'm always just interested in like, why have you decided to do that, right? Is it because you want to lose weight or you want to make a change and you're afraid of how people are going to perceive it? It's just really interesting to want to move away from the thing that has garnered you a lot of popularity and, probably a good amount of money, just a good amount of just probably changed your life in some sort of capacity, right? Like, why would someone want to do that? Those are the things that I always think about when I hear this type of, rhetoric or this type of, oh, I want to change, I want to make a change, I want to do something different, right?
I have healed in so many ways from the negative image that I once had about myself. And I've been sitting here for weeks now trying to figure out how to not step on toes or piss people off or make people have like really strong opinions about what I choose to do or not do. And no, this isn't me saying that I'm on a weight loss journey. I'm just saying that I've been absolutely miserable since I got pregnant and I'm uncomfortable. I've just been trying to focus on my health and treating myself with kindness and also starting to really train for a combine in September. And these are all things that I really want to share. My body may or may not change aesthetically, but it's not something I plan on focusing on.
So stuff like that, like, it's just, again, it's just funny to qualify it with like, this is not me saying I want to lose weight. What if it was? Like, why is that a bad thing? If that's something you want to do with your body, why would that be a problem, right? Why would that be a problem? That's the thing that I don't understand. If you've preached this whole time, like you should be able to move your body no matter what size you are, all of that stuff, then I don't understand why someone would be upset with the fact that you're like, hey, I want to lose weight because I think it will help me improve my 40 time or whatever, right? Whatever it is that you're training for. Like, if losing the weight would help that thing, why would that be seen as anything other than a good thing, right? Anything other than, well, I'm trying to chase this dream, I'm trying to chase this time, I'm trying to chase this goal, and losing weight will help me do that. To be afraid to almost even admit that is mind-blowing to me, in my opinion.
Or addressing. I'm just ready for this next chapter of my life, and I really love to share it with you all. And I just felt like this was really important for me to say because I don't plan on defending myself. I know that no matter what I share or do, it's going to be criticized. So just putting this out there for my own peace of mind so I can finally start creating the things that I want to create, which I'm really excited for. Anyways, that's all.
So to go and read the caption. So the message remains the same. Choose the things that make you happy, that provide you peace, that give you strength, that make life feel worth living. I've spent so much time flushing away toxic parts of my life, following paths that feel authentic, real, and attainable for the current chapter. I'm not ditching the overall message. I'm not encouraging anything other than the pursuit of happiness. Kid Cudi. Something that will always and forever look different for each of us at any given point of our lives. So I agree. And it's just, this is why I've said that there can... the body positivity / fat acceptance / whatever word you want to use can become toxic because it is not realistic to always be positive about your body, right? And so for her, it seems like, something happened with the pregnancy. There was challenges, maybe some extra weight gain that she wasn't expecting, and she doesn't feel like herself. She doesn't feel as athletic, and she probably knows, again, this is speculation, but she probably understands that if she were to lose a good amount of weight, right, even if it's 30 pounds, she would feel more athletic. To be afraid to admit that and say like, hey man, I think if I lost a little bit of weight, I'd probably, be able to compete better at the sport that I want to do. To be afraid to just say that is crazy to me. I'm sorry. Like that's just such a weird world, right? But okay, I started feeling like I had overconsumed body image messaging as if choosing my health was somehow becoming the wrong choice. Yeah, 100%. It felt like any choice I made was now somehow considered the opposite of the right one depending on what side of the street I was on. But I don't believe in that. I believe each choice we make can and is the right one for us. I agree, okay? So that's why I get so frustrated when people from the body positivity, fat acceptance space get upset at someone being like, hey, I want to lose weight because I'm not happy with how I look. Even if that's the only reason, even if it's just aesthetics, what is wrong with someone deciding that they want to lose weight because of that? But say it's, hey, I'm afraid I'm going to get diabetes, or maybe I'm pre-diabetic and I want to lose weight. Maybe I'm afraid that I will get diabetes because it runs in my family. Maybe my blood pressure is all jacked up. Maybe all of these things, to be upset with someone wanting to lose weight because of that. Oh, I think that I would like to, speed up my 40 times and I am 50 pounds overweight. I'm sure if I lost some weight, I can make that happen, right? What is wrong with, why is that ever shunned or frowned upon? I think that that's wrong, right? Every time I sat down to work on my content calendar again, I felt exhausted trying to fit in a post that would defend my body and choices. The fitness world thinks I'm not fit enough. The body positivity world thinks I push health too much. I realized I can't win. Yeah, I mean, when you live on the extremes, 100%. That's why I try and live in the middle, right? And knowing that I'm diving into a training schedule that I'm so excited about can and most likely will be confused and paralleled with weight loss made me feel like crumbling. Dude, those people can go screw themselves, all right? If someone has a problem with you doing something that you love and that in turn makes your body shrink or gain weight or whatever, they can go screw themselves. They don't care about you, right? They only care about what you stand for. They care about the overall like conglomerate of body positivity and how you fit into that. And if you don't fit into it, they no longer want to be your friend. Those people aren't your friends. They don't care about you. They see you as a talking head that they can use and manipulate. Once you're no longer useful to them, they're going to toss you away. So who cares what they think? Who cares what those people think? It's ridiculous. Sorry. I've rewritten my content plan more than 30 times over the last few weeks, constantly erasing things that might offend one side or the other. But I realize I can't keep postponing what makes me happy anymore. I don't fit in a box and I'm okay with that. This is just me rambling and getting it off my chest so I can finally follow through with my content plan. So I feel like one of the main things that's happening here, and this is what I've said before, is that like when you are talking about the extremes of like body positivity and then even like fitness, like once you get too far to the extreme, it's no longer healthy. Like there's no way that you can be 500 pounds and still be athletic and healthy and all of those things, right? Just in the same vein that there's no way you can be extremely skinny and still be healthy and athletic and all of those things, right? And then go to the fitness side, there's no way that you can be freaking 8, 7, 6, 5, 3% body fat, shredded, and still actually be healthy. That's not healthy either, right? And so it's like so many people are on these extremes trying to say, oh, this is healthy, this is healthy, this is healthy, when in reality, it's somewhere in the middle. And I'm not saying you have to be shredded. Like, Meg, if you watch this, right, I'm not saying that you're probably going to have to lose 200 pounds. I think you were doing fine at the beginning of the pandemic. I remember your videos. I remember the way that you looked. I remember how much you were able to move your body. That's fine. Like, I'm not sitting here saying everyone needs to become a freaking Greek god statue and that's healthy. But once you get to a point, which it seems like you had, where you were like, my weight and my size is affecting how I like to move, then yeah, it's okay to change that. And it shouldn't be something that you're afraid to talk about. It shouldn't be that you're afraid of your audience that you built and you're afraid of what they're going to think about what you're going to do. How is that fair to you? Live the life that you're happy with. If you end up losing weight, and even if you do track it, who cares? If someone has a problem with it, screw them. It's none of their business. They don't need to worry about it. You do what makes you happy and healthy. At the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? You have children. You need to be happy, healthy, strong, and able to protect and take care of those kids. That's what matters. Not what Joe Schmo on the internet thinks that you're no longer body positive because you lost 20 pounds. That's ridiculous. That person can go screw himself, and you need to do what works for you. That's just my opinion. I would love to know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.